Welcome back to Miss Letter's calculation station where things add up. Where is my screen? There it is. This is Algebra 2, Semester 2, Final, Part 2. On question 5, since there are 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, need to move one to the other side. So I'm just going to add this over there, and I get cubed root of 2x minus 5 equals cubed root 8x plus 1. So since it was negative and I added it to both sides, it now becomes positive. To undo a cube, I'm going to multiply it by 3, and that undoes it. And this gives me 2x minus 5 equals x minus 1. And then it just becomes a simple two-step problem. Subtract 2x from both sides, and I get negative 5 equals 6x plus 1. Subtract 1, divide by 6, and we are good. Negative 5, negative 1 gives me negative 6 equals 6x, which gives me x equals negative 1. Number 6. We've got a function of x and g of x, and this one says to just add f and g together. So I'm going to take this 4x to the 2/3 and add it's negative 7x to the 2/3. And since they both have the same power, we're just going to apply the addition rule. 4 minus 7 is minus 3, x to the 2/3. Now, they want me to take this f of x, and here they just want me to plug in 8 for x. So negative 3, plug this 8 in to the 2/3, and that I'm just going to put into my calculator right here. Clear that out, and I'm going to plug in negative 3 times 8. Make sure you're using that caret to get that exponent to the 2/3. And 2 divided by 3 is just a fancy schmancy way of doing that. And I get negative 12. Same thing here. I'm going to take my f minus g. Notice how I have that minus minus going on. So I've got the minus g, and g is also negative. And we know that 2 negatives make a giant positive. So then we have 4 plus 7, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that gives me 11 x to the 2/3. This one here, they're saying use the f minus g and just go ahead and plug in negative 27 for x. And I have 11 parentheses negative 27 to the 2/3. Doesn't bother me that we have ginormous numbers because I know how to use a calculator, and I just make sure that my calculator looks like the work that I wrote here. Remember, if you're doing exponents, you have that caret raised to the 2 divided by 3. And I get an answer of 99. Go ahead and flip it over. On question number 7, we have the formula B equals P parenthesis 1 plus R over N to the NT. Pause that if you need to. You're going to put in 9,500. And to count this as your R, remember R is your rate written as a decimal. So take that decimal, take that percent and move it over twice. I think I'm out of time. If not, I'm going to keep going. This is T, and this is N. N is the number of times per year. And